Hey guys, it's Livy London. You guys are now watching Stay on TV with Ashley Tiffany.
I know what you want. I know what you need. We're playing love games. There's always you and me.
Hey guys, it's Ashley Tiffany and you're now watching Stay on TV. It's March and we're celebrating Women's History Month. Our last episode, we had an amazing panel discussion with women in media. We had Latina women and Black women getting their perspectives on the industry. Now, this episode is different. We're getting into a singer spotlight, and I would like to introduce her. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So introduce yourself to the people that don't know you.
All right. So my name is Livy London. I'm a rapper, singer, entertainer. I just do it all. I try to.
Yes, and I'm so happy to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you
like
for having me.
I've been on her Instagram page and I'm like, yo, she's really doing it.
Thank you.
How long
so
have you
much.
been? No problem. How long have you been doing this for?
So I've been taking it serious for like 3 years, but I've always loved music. I've always performed, like when I was younger in school and things like that. I've always loved doing that. Yeah, so three good years.
3 years. That's not a long time ago. What made you like decide, okay, I want to take this serious now?
Because I feel like music was always a passion for me, and I don't know, I just feel like we were in an era where you had hope. I had hope. I personally had hope. I saw young people like myself on Instagram and things like that, and I'm like, I can do this too, and I just followed my dreams. I just started doing it.
Oh my gosh. And what was you doing it like before, like rapping and singing? Just school?
Yeah, school, work, like regular living, regular stuff.
Like what was you majoring in though? If it wasn't music, what would you be doing?
What would I be doing right now? Probably just school.
School.
I always like to do little side things like hair, makeup, and things like that.
And
I
your
love
hair makeup
school.
is popping, by the way.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I always did like school. I told myself that, one way or the other, I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
And if it have to be like going to school, getting a good job, and things like that, then that's what it would have been.
Okay, and that's a fact. So when did you start, like, what came first, rapping or singing? Which one came first?
I always wanted to be a singer when I was little. Like, I really looked up to Beyonce. And I really compared myself to her because she was a Virgo like myself.
Okay,
and,
I love Virgos.
Yay! And I don't know, when I started taking music in general seriously, I started rapping. But I always like writing and, doing poems and being lyrical and creative and artsy. So, yeah, I just was trying something new, and a lot of people liked it. So I just kept going with it. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. So talk to me a little bit about, like, your family and growing up in New York. What part of New York are you from?
Okay, so my family is Jamaican and Guyanese. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, Crown Heights, and I lived in Connecticut, and I also lived in Queens.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you moved around a lot.
Yeah. So I stayed in Queens, though. I was living there for over, 10 years.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So.
And how has, like, these places, Brooklyn and Queens and Connecticut, helped shape you as a person and your music career?
I feel like Brooklyn kind of reminds you where you came from. When I moved to Connecticut, it was under better circumstances for myself and my family. So it kind of showed me, like, a different environment, a different place, a different way of living, different hope in a sense. Because that's when I used to do a lot of shows in Connecticut. They had a lot of, I actually performed behind like a real live orchestra before I sang. Yeah, with
when was
my
this?
school. When I was younger, I would say middle school.
Middle school, okay. And why was you in Connecticut? Why did your
My
family
mom moved out there.
Okay.
Yeah, she wanted to just reroute, I guess
Yeah.
you'd say, and just start over and start new, because during that time when we were living in Brooklyn, it was like a really hard time. And there was a lot of us in one house.
How many people?
It's my grandmother, my 2 aunts, their kids. They each had kids, my aunts. My mom had kids. My grandmother had my aunt, which was like close to my age. So we were like, I had a lot of cousins and things like that. So,
Are you the only child?
I'm not the only child.
Okay.
My dad actually has like about 6 kids.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
you
my
have a
mom
big
has-
family.
Yeah, my mom has just 2.
Okay,
On
and
her.
you live with your mother's side.
Mhm.
Only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm close to both though.
All
In
right.
a sense. And yeah, so after we moved to Connecticut, we stayed there for a little while, and then we I would say like 5 years, and then we moved to Queens.
Okay.
Yeah, Queens was new for us because we were from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And we didn't really know anyone in Queens. So
Yeah.
I don't know, my mom, she just always wants to just get away.
Get away.
Just
Yeah.
always start new. So that's what it was.
Oh no, that's what's up. That's what's up though. So in high school, like, was you into like showcases and doing performances back then?
In high school, let me see. I didn't do performances. I did like singing. I actually was offered to sing for my high school graduation. Yeah, it was like 2 of us. I forgot who it was. I don't think it was a principal, but they called us downstairs and we auditioned for the spot. But then I was too shy. I was like, oh my God, you guys want me to do this? And at that time, I really didn't even think that this was going to be something that I actually wanted to do. That was just like, I guess, my foot in the water,
Yeah.
you know? And that was it. I actually got into makeup in high school.
Oh.
And yeah, hair and makeup. So that was like something that I really loved.
Yeah, really
during
love.
that
So
time.
you still love it now?
Yeah, I still
I
love
would
it.
say. So it's good too because we was talking about before we started recording too. You do everything yourself musically.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, like my last videos, I did all my hair and makeup by myself.
Really? No, that's cool. That's dope. And
Yeah.
you're saving money too.
Saving so much money.
Because I'm still learning makeup
Hair
right
and
now. Yeah. And okay, talk to me about your name, Livy London. How did it come about?
I had it for a little while. It actually was my Instagram name.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of people did ask me where did it come from. I feel like it was just different, like as far as it's different from me, like my name, my real name. It's just lively. Like, you know, when I think of Livy, I think of someone that's lively, a lively, characteristic,
That's
you know, bubbly. And I just feel like if that's my name, then I want to live up to it.
Okay.
And London is because I have a little London accent sometimes. I want to.
Would you go into acting too?
I would actually. I would.
Oh, that's so dope.
I would if I, you know, get the right training and just practice.
Yeah.
But
And
I would like to do it.
acting classes help you like narrate when you're in the booth and stuff like that.
Exactly. That is a good idea.
No, that's dope. You
Yeah.
should. Okay. And before I forget, like, all right, you said you're Jamaican and Guyanese, right? How does that, being Jamaican and Guyanese, reflects to your music? Because I know you do not only just hip hop and R&B, but
Right.
you do like reggae. What is it called? Dancehall. Dancehall and reggae.
You could say that dancehall, Afrobeat, like soca, they kind of all like merged this year in a sense. I feel like it influenced me a lot. Growing up, you know, my mom and my dad and my family, like they would always have their little, I forgot what she would call it, but it was like this big book of CDs, and she would always want to DJ and play new music and Caribbean music, and I just feel like that influenced me a lot.
Okay.
Growing up listening to like old Caribbean songs, and you know, my mom loved music. She always wanted to be the DJ anywhere she went, in the car. If we had like a barbecue birthday party, she always wanted to be that one to play like the latest music or the hottest songs and just get people in a good mood. Like that's what my mom is known for. So
Okay.
I feel like it influenced me a lot.
Cool.
Yeah.
And does she support what you're doing now?
At first it was hard to get her kind of like under the wing to understand that this is something that I'm actually serious about. Like she didn't really understand where I was coming from with my music. She had to see it to believe it in a sense. And now more than ever she supports me, and it feels really good because like I guess you have to show people what you mean. Like you mean business, like you mean that this is for you. I had to show her, like I had to get in a booth by myself. I had to like make my videos. I had to promote it. I had to build my Instagram page and build a fan base. And she actually sees like people saying, when you dropping this song or whatever the case may be. And she sees it and she's like, wow, other people really like it. Like, you know, she sees the potential.
Yeah. I think that's how I found you, too, through my Explore page. And I saw,
really?
and then I followed you.
That's
then you followed me back, and then you put me up on your Insta story or something. I was like, yes,
because you
let
were
me
doing
reach
a
out.
lot.
Yeah,
you were doing a lot.
Yeah, but thank you. That's what's up.
I'm always for, like, women empowerment. Like, I love seeing other women doing stuff and working towards things because I know it's so hard.
Yeah, and especially a lot of females would say, well, guys would say, oh, females are so against each other. And then I feel like in the industry, a man will always, like, help a man out. But it's kind of different, like, for us. Like, we really...
I don't know. They would help, but to an extent. Like, people would say they would help, and they wouldn't really want to. I feel like as long as you're genuine, like, people's going to have no choice but to respect that. Like, even if they have a bad intention, whatever the case may be, they can't help it but to respect you as a person because you're genuine as hell.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's not even like you looking for anything from them or anything like that.
Right.
You're on your path doing what you got to do, and you're being real, people's going to respect it.
Yeah.
And they're going to see that in you.
Yeah, that's a fact. And I feel like that's what I do with Stay on TV, too. Like, if it's a female, male, I just want to, like, help people get on. Put people on. And we can help each other out. Like,
exactly.
This might give me new followers because you're on my show. Or I can give you new followers, too. Or you can just link up with some other artists. But since it's Women's History Month, I have to dive into this. Like, how does it feel to be just a female in the industry?
It feels cool. Like, it depends on, I guess, the situation that you're in at the time. Sometimes it could feel really dominant and really, like, powerful because, you know, knowing that you may be the only female in a showcase, it's like, I got to show them something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all these fans will be coming to see guys perform, and then they see this one female with good music or whatever the case may be, and they be shocked. I love that. Yeah. With people, like, their faces are always priceless sometimes. Yeah. So it depends. Sometimes it could be a little intimidating, you know what I mean? But it just all helps you. Like, it builds your character. Right. You know, it pushes you forward. You just got to be positive about it.
Yeah. And I feel like you also just got to love the music because... I say this for, like, any artist, but female, definitely for sure. Like, I'm going to support you, but, like, if you don't, like, love this shit. Exactly. Or you have someone writing your music, which I don't. I shouldn't say that because other people have ghostwriters, too. But, like, if you're just not in this shit, like, I'm still going to support you, but I'd rather support the people that really genuine loves this and put in hard work into this. Yeah. And I feel like you're doing that right now with your music. I feel like you're very talented. We're going to get into your rhymes later. Your visuals are dope. And like you told me, like, you manage yourself. So I really respect it. In a dominated male industry, it is hard.
Which is changing now because, you know, there's a lot of females that's coming up in the industry and taking over a lot of charts and a lot of spots. So females is coming up.
Females are coming.
Females are coming up.
Yes. And how do you feel about, like, the females that's in the game right now? Like, where do you kind of fit in?
I feel like it's cool, you know. I like to work with other females. I would love to. I feel like if I ever got the opportunity, I would definitely jump for it. You know,
so would you work for, like, Cardi?
Of course, yeah. Why not? You know what I mean? Yeah. Why not collab? Why not get inspired by other people? But it's so controversial, you just got to be careful. Like, you don't ever want it to turn into something that it's not. Like, people in the media and the industry, they like to be entertained. So they like to turn things around and make it seem like it's something or make it seem like it's a problem or, you know, things like that. And that's just what I'm not here for. Like, I'm always down to work. I'm always down to be inspired and things like that. But, you know, to each his own.
Yeah, that's true. Like, how do you feel about female rappers just getting in the game to just get money and not actually loving this? Because it's kind of harder for, like, you, a person that actually has talent, not to say she doesn't have talent. I'm not speaking about Cardi in general, just, like, any female coming out. Right. How do you feel about people just coming in the game to just do that? Like, because she's pretty, she got a face and stuff like that.
I feel like it's hard. Not per se for the person, like, you know what I mean? If that's what she wants to do, then go for it, that's your thing. But for me, like, I love music. I feel like I take my music seriously. I'm passionate about it. Like, it's not only for the money. I feel like some people, they make it into that after a while because it's like, if you love something and you're trying to follow your dreams, after a while you need to get some kind of money to live off of that, like, you know? Yeah. And some people, they may see other people getting some type of money and they've been doing it for a while and things like that. And after a while, they get, restless in a sense. They want to make the money. So that's why it becomes a money thing.
Yeah.
Some people, they do really love music and they have a passion for it and they love what they do. But it ends up turning into that because they need to eat.
Time.
People need to eat. They need to get their money.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I love music at this point. I still want to do it just because it's my passion. I'm having fun with it and everything. I feel like it's going to boil down to the point where I have to.
Yeah, you need money.
I need to get the money out of it.
Well, Disney once said, too, like, I don't create movies for money. I get money to make movies.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he finds a way to get money to create these movies.
Right.
Not to live off of that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel like Walt Disney, at a point, he did it just because he was creative enough and he felt like he was good and you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like, not only just because money, he just felt like he had something to show the world and something to offer.
Yeah.
After a while, though, it came about the money.
Yeah. So, we all love money, by the way. But what type of impact are you trying to leave on to the world?
I just want people to be happy, like, be happy with my music, my fans, you know what I'm saying? I want to just be on a large scale. I want to do a lot of speaking, like, individually. I want to be like that artist that's intertwined with their fans. Like, I want to talk to them and what they're going through. I want to know what they're going through and vice versa. Like, I want that personal connection with my fans. And that's why I like Nicki Minaj, because she has an amazing fan base. Like, things like, she talks to them, you know what I'm saying? They feel like this is their mom and their friends and their sister and things like that. And that's cool. That's dope. Like,
I like how she has a radio show, too.
She has a radio show.
Exactly. To them.
Yeah, exactly. So I just want to do a lot. Like, I have a lot of ideas and ways to impact the world as far as, like, giving back. That's one of the things I also want to do, too. Like, I'm not too crazed about material things. I feel like if I do, on some Tupac thing, like, he always was speaking, the government has money to buy guns and things like that, but they can't feed the poor. That same money that you're going to put into war, you could help people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Help anybody.
So what would you want to do to give back to the community?
Oh, my gosh. So I've always said that I want to help Guyana. For sure. I want to help all over, but definitely somewhere that I've been to, like, I've grown in and seen before the music, before everything, like, even my own family that's out there, I feel like going to Guyana taught me a lot. It's a third world country, and they don't have as much as we do. Yeah, we still take a lot of things that we have for granted, like water, hot water, running water. Sometimes they have to wait for that to get it through the pipeline. A good bed to sleep on. Like, I went to Guyana and I came back and I'm just like, I love my bed. Like, oh my gosh, things like that. Like, other people, they never even experienced things like that. So I just want to do a lot when it comes to just giving back and helping people that just doesn't have as much as we do. Yeah. Even the bare minimum, like, small things, like just having water to drink, they're way, like, so grateful for it.
No, that's dope. That's amazing.
Even hearing and seeing that, it's like, wow, that's so hard. Like, it's so heartbreaking knowing that we take running water for granted.
Yeah, we do.
The smallest things.
Yeah, because I always feel like whatever position you're in right now, someone is always doing worse than you. So always to be thankful and blessed.
Right,
and
exactly.
Stuff like that is very important wherever you are. And what space are you in right now in your life?
Like, as far as what?
As
mentally, music?
No, mentally goes in with music too, but yeah, mentally and musically.
The space I'm in is, I just want to, like, for my music, I just want to grow. I want to elevate. I want to, see my full potential. Like, I'm so excited and so, I don't know, like, impatient to see how far I can go and, like, push my limits and things like that. And I'm just eager. Mentally, everywhere I am, I'm just eager to just do so much. Like, and I think that's a Virgo thing too. Like, they always just want to keep doing the next thing. Like, I'm like, all right, I did that. I want to do something else that's so different from the last thing that I did. You know what I mean? Right. So I'm just always thinking and trying to create something new and trying to say, do different things, basically.
Yeah, and how about mentally?
Mentally, same thing. Yeah, I'm in a good space. I'm happy with how things are going. I'm trying to organize things because, managing yourself and then actually being the artist can kind of clash because you want to still have time to build as an artist and be creative as much as possible. But then again, you want to be able to buckle down and think of like master plans and how to promote this and how to, you got to schedule this at a time.
Do you
schedule
think that
posts.
do you think that kind of like downside? Do you think, how can I word it? Do you think that kind of like sidetracks you from just focusing on the music, having to put like a showcase together or scheduling interviews or something? Do you feel like having a manager would help you?
I feel like it would help me, but at the same time, I was actually watching something today, and it was like an interview, and it just was basically saying that music is not just only music, because anybody can go and make music.
Yeah.
It's a business, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the music industry is a business, so you have to learn both aspects. So you can do music, but then you can go into it not knowing the business side and be fooled,
That's
be
a
robbed
fact.
out of your money, be bamboozled, and end up not even wanting to do music anymore. So I feel like this is what is needed for me as an artist, because I know the type of person I'll be if I was to ever get in a position like that. You know what I'm saying? I'd
And you
rather
have to
avoid
trust your manager and your team
Yeah,
too, like,
exactly.
and they would have to know you in and out,
what you like,
yeah,
and things
because you're
like
a
that.
creative person, so they have
Right.
to have the same vision as
Exactly.
you too.
And I like to make sure everything is done to the T. So it's okay that I'm doing it like this. Sometimes it does get overwhelming and it does get like frustrating because I'm like, dang, I want to do this. I want to focus on this. But then I have to add structure to my life and, things like that. So it's a win-win situation in a sense.
How do you balance your personal life with your music life?
I mean, right now it's really just about my music. I really try to just let my music kind of take its course. I'm so focused on music that I do have a personal life, but I don't let my personal life get in the way of my music life or my career life. I feel like we all need to have that. We all need to have like a personal kind of life to balance things out, but music is what I'm really focused on,
Nice.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
And what type of space do you need to be in to create music?
Just like free. I can't have too much things on my mind. Like when it comes down to like, say for instance, if I drop something and I have to start planning things out and planning shows and releases and single releases, I don't think I can't really focus on, creating new music or really creating or being like
So
creative.
clear mind.
So I have to be in definitely a clear space and an open mind and just positive and things like that.
Yeah. Do you have to be like in a sad mood, happy mood? Because some people, they say, when I'm down, that's when I make the best music or some shit like that.
No, that's true. It's both, I guess whatever space you're in or whatever mood you're in, it will show in your music in a sense. Like if you're in a bad mood or if you're mad, you're gonna hear it in the song.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear the aggression and things like that. If you're sad or upset, you're gonna feel that pain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact.
It depends, and it brings out the best in you sometimes. Yeah.
And let's talk about the single that you're pushing right now, Frontin', right?
Frontin'.
And you just released the
Video.
for it. Y'all gotta check that out, by the way. It's dope.
Frontin' on YouTube. It's out.
So tell me.
Like I'm Santa, my melanin pops and I think you want a Fanta. We're swerving in a big body Benz like a Tonka, cruising in the ship, taking off about.
Gonna be some happy campers. He calling me the chief to the hunker. On my downtime, I give you that.
Man, she really got the flu. Man, you fucking with a 10, and she really was a.
Tell me a little bit about how did that song come together?
It's funny because my mom, she actually wanted me to do something that she could kind of like listen to in a sense. You know what I'm saying? She's Caribbean, and I know like my rapping songs is not really her speed. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely want to be able to touch the souls of everybody, even where I came from. That's my background, that's my history, that's my roots. So that was just me. When I was thinking about it, I was like, it was a challenge for me. in a sense, because I've never done anything like that before. My mom's like, try it. She's like, keep trying.
So you had to hear the beat first.
So I heard the beat first, and it was summertime, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm trying to put out what I was going through in a song. Yeah. When I heard the beat, I just was like, all right. It took me like, I would say like 2 weeks to listen to the beat, like off and on. What I do is I don't like to listen to the beat too much because then I'm overthinking. I'm an overthinker. So I like to listen to it, forget about it, listen to other music, and then go back to it again, because then whatever I heard in between kind of can inspire me in a sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's summertime and you have a lot of like Afrobeat songs coming out. Yeah. Not really love songs, but kind of like you like someone, but you don't, you know, you don't really want to settle down. Like, it's kind of, you know, it's summertime.
I like the theme of it too.
Right, exactly. Exactly. So, you know, you kind of, you know, you got that special someone, but it's like you guys both just like.
Yeah, I feel you. It's summertime.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's kind of what it was. And
it's relatable too. People
it's relatable.
Can relate to that song.
Yeah,
and females and males.
And then I had to add like my little rapping into it, you know, because I wanted to just have a taste of everything. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but then the British accent came out in the beginning a little bit of it.
I just heard it right now.
Yeah.
It was like Valentine's Day thing
right,
too.
Yeah. So I thought it was like the perfect time to drop it. I did it early January, and I said, you know, it's like a love song, and the perfect time to drop it would be Valentine's, right before Valentine's Day.
No, that's dope.
Thank you.
And what can we expect from like that single? Is it going to be on an EP?
So yes, I'm gonna put that on my EP. That should be coming out soon.
Oh, get ready, guys! What can we expect from that EP?
Just different cadences and just variation of songs that I've collected within the last few years that I like the most. Like, you know,
Wow. So you recorded some of them a few years ago, or
some new, some old. I have a video that I'm dropping with the EP. I'm going to try to work on like 2 more before it comes out and, you know, just have like a release and just do a big thing with it.
Yeah. No, like how for the songs that you recorded 2 years ago, is it still going to like relate to where you're at right now and fit for the project?
If anything, I feel like it's going to be some of the most relatable music that is on the project, because I feel like at that point, I was just doing it just because, like, I was just, like, so, I just let everything out, like, all my emotions and stuff out. I was just so passionate about it. I still am, but I feel like it was just so pure. Those songs were just so, I just captured so much emotion on those songs, and I feel like it's just some of my best work. So, the new ones, you guys will like it, too, hopefully. But, yeah, those are some of my favorite songs that I've ever recorded.
Okay, the old ones. Wow. What kind of emotions were you going through?
One of them, like, I spoke about just surviving. Like, I feel like it is called Survive.
Cash money, AP.
I don't wanna fucking die.
Ooh, I ain't gonna drag, bitch.
I've been on the low trying to take my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. Feel like my life ain't mine. I see it clear, all these hating bitches under me. God fearing, don't you ever try to comfort me. I pray at night, dear God, won't you cover me? Whether it's wake or slumber, demons gotta run for me. I got my feet up on these necks, I sit comfortably. Down inside, just catch me swinging on my canopy. I see you checking, I'm like everything you wanna be. If there's impediments or obstacles, I supersede. Love don't live here, I'm not residential. Fucking with me, the good vibes be fundamental. My little brother's so big, I can never settle. Family ties, I go hard like some heavy metal. They tryna bring me down, stay focused. World in my hand, keep it spinning, hypnosis. Hocus pocus, the Henny.
Livy London's music is a reflection of things she cares about deeply. Her new song, Survive, reflects on her advocacy for suicide prevention.
They tryna bring me down in the worst way. I've been on the low trying to take my time. I feel like I'm out of my mind. Feel like my life ain't mine.
But the song's called Survive because I feel like I've never, in my years of living, like I've never heard of so much suicide. You know what I mean? and it's just me talking about my dad passing just a little bit, and I was just angry in the song at one point, and it's just like a bottle of emotion. Like, you ever been so filled with emotion you don't know how to let it out?
Yeah.
That's exactly how the song is. Like, it's like I'm talking about suicide in a sense, and then I'm talking about my dad dying, and I'm just like angry, but it's like I'm doing this for you in a sense. So
Did your father pass away?
He did pass.
From suicide?
Not from suicide, but I feel like suicide is something that's really close to me in a sense, because I'm such a helping person. I wouldn't ever want anyone to feel like they have to die for things to get better for them in life. So if I ever hear or when I see things like that, it really makes me upset or sad, or just kind of feel their pain in a sense, because we can get through obstacles in our own way. We just have to learn ourselves and just focus on ourselves and things like that. And a lot of people that commit suicide they just give up.
Yeah, they give up, and sometimes people are just not there for them.
They don't have people there for them and things like that. So
can that song like help people if they?
I feel like it can. It depends on how you take in music, in a sense. If music is something that you feel like can heal you, and you feel like it's like a connection you have with music, then I feel like it can.
How did the passing of your father, sorry to hear that, by the way,
thank you. It kind of changed me in a sense. It kind of made me see things like black and white instead of with color. I feel like the person I was before he passed, I was very like, I didn't know a lot. It kind of just made the world more serious. Like, time to buckle up, buckle down, and, get on everything, because, daddy's not there no more. Things like that. Like, it left a lot of unanswered questions, the way that he passed and things like that. I was so naive. Like, I was in denial, actually. I didn't even believe that he died. And it was like I would say like 2 years after he passed, and I had to really say like, okay, he's really not
Did he
there.
pass away like in the States, or he was?
Yeah, he passed away in the States. He was in the hospital for a little while, and it was just like so fast. It was random. Like it just wasn't like he just passed. Yeah,
it wasn't expected.
Unexpected, exactly. And
And
so
what age was that? Like, what age were you?
I was, I believe, 18.
Okay.
18. Mm-hmm.
Well, my father passed away as well when I was 16, and then I know that changed my whole life.
Whole person,
drastically.
exactly. It changed everything.
And
everything that you look at.
I did was seeing stuff black and white too, but what helped me, well, both of my parents passed away, is just that, I got to do it for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to give up,
Mm-hmm.
and I just have to just keep on going.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And then when it comes to music, I feel like that helps me too, because it's like I don't ever want to give up. I started this, and I don't ever want to feel like something else is going to make me stop.
Right.
Like, that's career suicide, giving up. Like,
I like that, career suicide.
Mm-hmm. That's
Career
suicide. People commit suicide when they give up.
Mm-hmm.
That's like my career suicide.
So if you're feeling down, like, how do you bring yourself back up? Because we all have bad days. We're all human.
Mm-hmm.
Some days we can be mad at a person, mad at our job, or just, like, sad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you get out of that negative space?
I smoke. No, seriously. Seriously, I really feel like if I can't smoke or anything like that, because that shouldn't even really be like an agent that, like,
Mm-hmm.
But if I can't do those things, I just listen to music. I talk to myself. I meditate. I separate. I disconnect from the world, because, sometimes I feel like that's what's getting me in this element. Like, I could be going through something. Things is not working out how I want it to work out with my music. I might be overwhelmed because I'm planning and trying to do music. So I just disconnect. I stay away. Like, you know what I mean? I just try to get back in tune with myself and say, how can we get back to that person you need to be? Or how can we get back, or how can we move forward? Sometimes you have to move forward from things and, close doors, close chapters, and you have to figure out. You got to sit there by yourself, nobody around you, no computers, nothing. Just disconnect and just figure things out.
Would you do anything different?
As far as what?
If you had a second chance to do anything.
In life, in general?
Yeah, in life.
I don't know. Probably, like, talk to my father more, like, wise up about certain things, and, maybe that, but...
Musically?
Musically, just life lesson-wise, because, like, I feel like he could have taught me a lot of things in the game and a lot of things in ways to, like, read people and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like my father, he was a wise guy, a wise man. And I wish that I was able, because I was still fairly young, you know? And I wish I was able to, like, get some of that schooling from him, I would
Yeah.
say. But I wouldn't really change anything, because I like to say, I'm a person that I like to say that everything happens for a reason. And I like to look at the lesson in every situation I go through. Even if it's, like, terrible, like, caught in the rain, like, the worst things that's, like, unexplainable. It just shows you, like, maybe you should have been earlier, you know, things like that. So I just take it as a lesson.
No, I like that. I like that so much. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Anything you want to tell the viewers to look out for besides your E EP?
Yeah, just look out for just, like, a lot of visuals. Look out for my Instagram page, Livy London, 2 N's.
Yeah.
Below. Yeah. And just look out for what I'm about to do next, basically. Like, I'm just, like, a different artist. Like, I just want you guys to believe in what I got.
Yes, stay on Livy London. We're tuning out, guys. This is for the Women's History Month celebration. Thank you again, Livy London.
Thank you for having me.
Wish you the best of luck, and may God bless you.
Aw, thank
Continue
you.
to
You
bless
too. Aw, you're so sweet.
Girl power. But yeah, I'm Ashley Tiffaney.
And this is Livy London.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I know what you want. I know what you need. We're playing love games. There's always you and me. You say I like my melanin, yeah, the sugar on me sweet. If you're touching on my body, make sure you know for treat. Benz be the body, can't parking out the street. You say you love my driving me. Melanin, you're